What's up, YouTube fellows and Twitch chat? Welcome to the third episode of our Let's Play Holiday Edition, if you will. On the last episode, we finished off with our mission prep for the Bell Tolls, and one of the things we did get at the end was a copy of Wrath from a Help Hero mission with Wolverine, and so I got an epic blueprint at some point, probably from an artifact, and so I just upgraded that. So this deck is almost complete for the Hunter, but the Wrath Plus really kind of brings it all together. And to get it this early in the run too, like I don't think I've ever had Wrath at this stage in the game, is huge. It's going to really expedite the process. Spider-Man, we were able to get a special delivery from a coil, and this is one of the last missions where he is required. And so even if we just had this deck for him going straight to the end, this is sufficient, this is good enough. And then, so yeah, Bell Tolls, basically, what you want to try to do is, so the mission is, right, the tiny bell tower, where you have to use the bigger bell that costs you 10 heroism to kill Venom, right? And it reduces in, I think, 2 or 3 cost every time you knock him down. What I do is I just knock him down once and then win, right? And what I suggest you do in general is there will be little bells that you pick up from the other enemies. I suggest you use them, because when Venom is in this tiny enclosed area, he is actually threatening, and the reason why is it's hard to boop him, if he does his AoE, it's hard to boop him away. And then if he picks you up and throws you, he's always going to throw you into a ton of just like destructible damage stuff. So Venom is quite good, or quite threatening, I should say, on this mission. So you do want to use the little bells, which weaken and apply vulnerability. Now, in terms of who to round out your team composition with, you have quite a few options. My preferred options are either Doctor Strange or Magic, for different reasons. So the reason why I like Magic on this mission is you don't really have to use her heroism. And a big thing about this mission for me is generating heroism, right? And so Magic will not really use up the heroism, and then she's just really good at dealing with the symbiote bind skill in general, with her quick soul slash and her portals. So that can be a nice little added touch. Then Doctor Strange is sort of the more obvious one, right? He generates heroism if you have his passive, so that's super helpful, and he also doesn't need to be super heroism heavy. But what I do like about Strange on this mission is that he has Axe of Angarumus, which applies Weaken. And like I just said, in this smaller enclosed area, Axe of Angarumus is just very, very useful in general. There we go. Axe of Angarumus is very useful in general. And then, so those are my two recommendations, my recommended picks. So Strange and Magic. Now, if you don't want to go Strange or Magic, and the next story mission does require both Spider-Man and Strange, you want to just, let's say you get a severe injury for whatever reason, right? And you're like, oh, I don't want to risk it. Then you don't want to use Marvel Blade or or Strange. Marvel Blade or Strange, okay? So the other things, if you don't want to use Cap or Magic, would be Cap, because Cap's pretty good at generating heroism and doesn't need to spend it. Nico, same thing. She's good at generating heroism and doesn't really need to spend it. And then, yeah, those would probably be my only other suggestions. So Cap, Nico, Strange, or Magic. I would suggest Strange or Magic, but given how much we've already used Magic in this run, let's change it up a little bit and go Strange. His deck also his deck also does need a bit of work. So yeah, we'll run this composition. So yeah, there's the church bell. It is reduced by 3 every time he's downed. Like I said though, we're going to try to do it in one fell swoop. So there you go. There's the 3 weaken vulnerability. You get one of these per, so if you kill him and then he reses and then the reinforcement. I'm pretty sure you get another bell, but don't quote me on that. Yeah. Okay, so this hand is really good. And the reason why is we of course open with Wrath, which is great. We have Agamotto's Gaze, which is great. We have 2 sources of CC, which you know, we may not want them both this turn. Excuse me, but we may want them. Special delivery, useful. And then quick slash to clean up this first wave of minions, also useful. So, pretty solid opening hand. We can definitely use Agamotto's Gaze to our advantage this turn. And if we re-roll into another quick, then maybe. So let's start with Wrath. Wrath upgraded is free, so there's no harm in me using it. It thins the hand, it goes back in the deck rotation, and it buffs the quick slash to do insane amounts of damage. So what we're looking for here is, can I get this guy over like in a drop maybe, or can I get him over here? This guy, same thing, can I get him over there? Now the goal would be to get Venom down in about 4 turns, so if I don't play the bell this turn, I'd like to play it next turn, especially since it costs a card play. If I can play it on the following turn after Agamotto's Gaze, that'd be great. So the objective would be to knock out this guy, get the bell, play Agamotto's Gaze, play it next turn. Okay? And so one of the ways that we're going to maybe accomplish this is by pushing him maybe into the drop, or maybe just closer to somebody to get hit, things like that. But let's redraw a little bit. Yeah, we don't want those. Okay. Well, that's a little unfortunate, I will say. But all good, all good. So let's see if there's any environmentals that kind of speak to me. This is decent damage, to be honest. Yeah, let's do it early. So yeah, there's papers right here. Okay, and then... Okay, so we're gonna boop this guy, because what it'll do is it'll set up the special delivery angle for Spider-Man a little bit better, and then do a little bit of damage, so the special delivery may have a higher chance of killing if I decide to put him down the drop. Which, as of this moment, is looking like a decent prospect. But I have some ideas, so... Because I want to find a way to use the quick slash a little more efficiently than what's being presented right now. Oh yeah, this was the one we wanted to kill. Duh. Whatever. It was an efficient shove nonetheless. Whoops. Small mistake. I'd like if Spider-Man got out of the way, but I don't think he will.
Looks like it's up to me.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So let's try this, and if it doesn't work, then the unit might be in a good position for quick slash. Okay, cool. So yeah, if that didn't work, that was fine. That was still the play, or that was still my play anyway. So that was nice. That was nice. Okay, we'll just use the quick slash. It feels kind of bad, but the lineups and the spawns just didn't really work out for us this turn. And so now we can go Agamotto's and use another special delivery if we want, or we can use Thwip and we can just negate one of Venom's turns, and I think that's kind of more where I'm leaning, because I don't really care if Doctor Strange takes the hit here. So let's maybe start with that.
Here we go.
Like, even though using the special delivery again would be nice, we don't need to, so... And because we're thwipping, we don't have to use the small bell this turn, and the Agamotto's Gaze sets up the small bell, or a really good small bell turn because of these getting a damage buff. And anytime you add a damage buff to special delivery or any forceful knockback with no base damage coefficient, it increases the damage exponentially rather than additively. So,
This creature fights with her strength.
if you don't know what I mean by that, basically a forceful knockback with no damage coefficient is significantly less damaging than a forceful knockback with a base damage coefficient, at least to the target you're targeting. Okay, so quick slash on this guy. Lots of damage because we have it buffed with Wrath and with Agamotto's Gaze. So if I use Agamotto's Gaze again, we'll draw it again. And that is a very tempting prospect, given what we just drew.
You can thank me later. That's the spirit.
So what's interesting about Balance Collar Wrath interaction is Wrath gives you a Balance Collar stack, which is so broken. Truly it is. Okay, let's play our bell.
This ought to slow him down.
Okay. So remember, I need to accumulate 10 heroism, so now I'm gonna sort of err on the side of let's not use it.
Watch closely. A gift from ancient
Okay.
traditions.
There we go.
Weak, even for Hydra.
And we don't really need, yeah, we don't need heal. No, we don't want Spider Sense. Sure, that works. Just an efficient way to get the minion out of the equation. And now for our last two card plays, we might as well use a very high power Fury. Because of Wrath and the fact that he was already vulnerable. So very, very high damage. You know, I don't actually know if this applies the symbiote skin if I do it like that. I have no idea. Does that qualify as a melee attack? I don't know. I actually don't know. Let's find out. No, it doesn't. Okay. Good to know. Oh, what? Oh. Okay, I didn't realize final included the alley-oop. Okay, my mistake. It's good to know. I didn't know that.
Monoforms are for the weak. No scampering away.
It seems I'm indisposed. Guess we're not done.
Okay. Okay, so there we go. We are done.
To squash you in this cursed place when you were gone.
So yeah, Wrath, like I said, getting Wrath this early in the run, super good. Super free, to be honest.
Precious Mary Jane.
Hey, Eddie. I know that's just Lilith talking to you or whatever, but shut up already.
We're just going to optimize our card XP.
I saw an acrobat once as a child, but he was not nearly on your level.
Okay. And then... let's see if we can pull a Doctor Strange card. Yeah. No. Okay, that's fine. So... we'll just use Quick Kick, I guess.
I saw him move. We got it. Let's do this.
There we go. So there's the bell tolls. Pretty straightforward. You want to just use that little bell on Venom as soon as you can. If not the first turn, then second turn. And then that's sort of your new mission timer, is to get the 10 heroism in the three turns that he's weakened and vulnerable, and then down him once. That's how I suggest you do it. Loot boxes.
I'm quite pleased.
There's our mods.
Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work. How's that for quality workmanship?
There's a purple. Inspire. Okay, up here is fantastic. Bolt the Belthok is trash. And Holy Burst is okay. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not great. The only thing we're missing is Last Sight for Hunter, like I said. But what we can do is we can take up here, because we actually want that card, and then Holy Burst just for Essence, because it's an epic. So it's a bit more valuable to do that than Bolt the Belthok.
Everything going on, Hydra is still attempting to smuggle artifacts right under our noses. Fortunately, we have a chance here to get a couple of them back.
Nice. This objective card basically means you can never lose the mission.
Get to the trucks and grab those
This one here.
artifacts before
So it's always an option if you're concerned about the timing. So we have an officer, a shield guard, and a sniper again, just like the last mission, or the other attempted mission. But the difference this time is there's less wolves, and that's a good thing. Okay. This one will still be kind of tricky though, so... So this barrel is nice. We can use it to reveal the sniper. And this stun, it will be nice, but it's not useful right this second. I'm looking to see if I can maybe get the sniper out of here in one fell swoop. Or at least stun him, because he's going to be the issue. Because the officer, you know, may not roll vulnerability, but the marksman will. Let's dump Opportunist for now. I don't really need it. I don't need Hellmouth either, but yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, not great. Not great. So, that's fine. This is defensive posture. Okay. We'll use winds if we can get... Oh my gosh, this dog is somehow just going to avoid all... all suffering. That's crazy. Oh well. So we can use Winds of Watum then on one of these guys, and it'll count because it'll hit this guy here. So that's what we'll do. Maybe just start with that. Go from there.
Let's give it a go.
And then if the sniper does conceal, we can always boop this guy into the sniper to reveal.
Good one.
Yeah.
Your cowardice betrays you.
So I have a plan. The plan is to get the sniper into this stun. That's what we're gonna do. The way we're gonna do that is we have to use this vault somehow.
It's remarkable how well Hydra manages to attract new recruits despite decades of ineptitude.
Yeah, so that would do it. This would let us do it. Yep.
Take that.
Is that the best you've got?
Actually, yeah, no, I just realized that would potentially conceal, so I'm more confident in using Crimson Bands on him this turn, actually. Can't quite get the officer into the stun. That's okay. I didn't think about it until after the fact, so that's okay.
Watch and learn, my friends.
Whatever gets the job done.
All good. So now I'm inclined to use defensive posture rather than lash, but lash being a quick, we can just simply use both and we can take this guy out. And we'll use the wolf to do that, hopefully. Yes, we will.
Make way for vengeance.
It's not the best, like, forceful knockback portion, but it at least is a way to optimize our hand and take out an extra hit. Because right now, remember, we don't have any healing, so defensive posture goes from being a relatively useless card to a relatively useful card. In any case, though, I still do want to vault or like something here. And this cost 0 does 40, this cost 0 does 60, and this still only hits one person. Yeah, okay.
This one's for you.
Okay, and then we'll just keep what we have left.
Hydra's in control of the situation.
There we go. Decent start.
Taking the shot.
Okay, nice, resilient.
Just wait until it's my
'Kay.
turn. Guess we're not done.
Okay, nice. They're all around the ley line. Because there's 2 trucks, we're not in a rush at all. Okay, Hellride, nice. Everyone's kind of clumped up, so that's really
Running out of time.
really solid. Although it is the unupgraded version, which is kind of crappy. Penance Stare we're not going to use right now, so let's dump that. My whole hand is heroics, you'll love to see it. Strange can't act for 3 actions, so let's dump Axe. Okay, nice.
Here we go again.
It's a way to just get heroism, if nothing else.
Should come in handy.
Alright, cool. Infernal Spider, tempting. Tempting, tempting, tempting. But we'll see, we'll see. So, Hellride is doing 183, it's 199, 180, 290. Yeah, these guys just all die to the ley line, which is a vulnerability ley line. Yes, yes it is. So... Nice. Ooh,
Maybe,
big.
I don't know, you should have asked Lilith for cooler outfits?
Okay, good. So this Hellride is looking real spicy. And then I want to consider the ending. So if he ends by the officer, then we may be able to apply corruption to him. Hard to say. 3, 2, 2. So yeah, we can use up here. We could use Thwip. Thwip is quite tempting unless 290, 299, 183. 290 minus 114, that would be 176? Yeah, okay. So we'll use up here on the sniper, I think. Yep.
I'm going for it.
Yeah, I definitely greeted out with the Wolverine, for sure. Okay. And then for my final trick, we'll take Ghost Rider, and either the corruption goes to the officer or nobody, and that's fine. This might work, because Hellride it might be wide enough. No. Okay. Oh, there it is. Don't know how we squeezed out that, but we'll take it. Thanks. Okay. So the two most threatening units will be gone. Or the most threatening unit will be gone and the second almost gone, I should say. Cool. So yeah. And we might, assuming we draw a Thwip, we might be able to even get both supply trucks, which would be sick.
You doom yourself by association.
Oh. Never mind. It didn't show that it was starting up.
I've been waiting.
Okay, yep. Strange, nothing we can do about that. We don't have top manipulation.
They add to your punishment.
Nothing we can do about that.
Oh man, more Hydra incoming.
We are immovable.
Yeah, the wolves do a lot of damage, but they are just squishy. So that's the thing.
Here I am.
How long is he dazed? 1? Okay. So Ghost Rider is also going to go down this next turn, so... Spider-Man's going to have to do all the work if we can. Okay. So if we do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I'm just trying to see how we can maybe use Chain Strike. It kind of sucks that we don't have Infernal Spider, to be honest. It's kind of a crappy reality of the situation. Okay, so I want to use this on this guy if I can. And this is one way to do it.
I'm on.
Okay, he didn't actually move, but it said he was going to move. That's really stupid. I hate when that happens. Okay. Well, we'll use one of our moves then. It's fine. Better yet. Better yet. Oh, this is a push. I didn't see that. Okay. Well, then we may be able to get the push over here. No, not really. Okay. It's fine. Back to the original plan.
Try this on for size.
So we'll do that. And then we'll do this. Just because we don't really have the capacity to deal with that this turn. Then we'll do this. Okay.
My Greek mythology is a little rusty, but didn't the Hydra originally have...
And then we have, so we have 2 more card plays. We can use delivery. We can, up here, we can, yeah, okay. So we'll just Chain Strike. We'll go 1, 2.
Oh, this should be good.
And because we have resist, I don't really need to weaken.
Get to travel to
Oh,
new exciting
well.
destinations.
Forgot he had counter, to be honest. Whoops. That's okay. And I also forgot this guy was here. Double whoops. That sucks. I forgot. I could have Chain Striked off that wolf, maybe, onto the officer. It would have been like max range, but I could have at least checked. And I didn't check.
You're really gonna get hurt if you're not careful.
Okay.
Ooh, I like it. What did I do to deserve this?
Someone call for reinforcements? No one will touch you.
Still gonna try that? You're not putting up much of a fight.
Another truck is about to leave. You know what to do.
I'm going for it.
Okay.
I do feel pretty amazing. Here comes the heat.
So we have to get the cart this turn. Or the supplies, I should say. So I need to use... I'm wondering, so I was gonna thwip originally, but I'm wondering if I can just simply not do that. Because this would be chain strike 1, 2, 3, 4, and then... what does this special delivery give me? Not much. But it does do a lot of damage. So because I have resist, I'm more inclined to let this dude stay alive. That was one Spider-Man card play. 2... It's 1, 2, 3. 2. Two. Oh, okay, this does kill. Wow. Okay, sick. Well, that... Okay. I didn't think it would, so I wasn't even checking. Yeah, that simplifies that decision. For sure. Alright, so one more freebie. Perfect. Yep, so this is kind of... Or this is how I wanted to do it. I can use up here, or I can use thwip. Honestly, I would rather use up here. And I'd rather thwip if I can't get out of his AoE or something.
This would be a lot easier if you guys just give up now.
Okay. We're good.
The artifacts are secure, but why don't you teach Hydra a lesson while you're there?
We're good. Whew. That was close. Yeah, this. If I couldn't get out of this, then...
I don't know about you, but I'm excited.
And I want to push him away from Strange, because I don't want him to injure Strange more than he might already be. Because downed units can still get injured. Don't forget. So 1, Spider Sense 2, Whip 3. Yeah. So I'm going to use up here first. That way I maybe draw it with Spider Sense.
Nothing personal, but I think you're out of your league here.
And because it's just going to be Spider-Man cards, we can basically just sort of cycle our CC, to be honest. Yeah, see, there's up here again. But we'll play it smart.
Here we go. That armor must be stronger than it looks. Otherwise, you're in trouble. like we planned.
Okay. And let's pull him closer towards sort of this area. Yeah, for the vulnerability.
Try this on for size.
Not quite, but that's okay.
Must be pretty brave. I know I wouldn't want to fight us. Coming at you.
Another weaken.
You can still run away. I promise we won't chase you.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, this is good.
So then we'll go like this. Boop. Go like this. Boop.
Hostile unit on the move.
And then we'll go like this. Maybe we can get him to hit something. Maybe. Maybe. Nah. Alright, well, we'll do it for damage, and then maybe that rock we can chuck at him. Yeah.
Try this on for size.
Okay, cool. So that's that turn. And we're going to move in a position where he may put himself in a compromised area, like here.
The battlefield is ours.
Yeah, like that.
Hope you're ready. You're in trouble now.
Okay. And there we go.
Here we go.
Oh boy, what a mission.
I'd say that was a very successful outing. Good work.
No healing's hard, man. I tell ya.
You are gonna love this.
Okay, we'll go with, yeah, fault tolerance. Again, don't really care.
Ooh, new
Don't really
coil.
care to
Let's
reroll.
get to work.
Not super important.
Sometimes. I
Two
am
blues,
just
two
myself.
purples. Special, okay. Not bad. No. Yep. Nope. Okay, fantastic. So we'll take vapors for sure, and then it doesn't really matter. We know we have lots of heroic essence, so but I don't really want to upgrade special delivery because on KO giving a move, not super great, not really worth the essence.
If this thing behind me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm quitting.
And we'll take it. We'll look at our essence situation. Alright, so Shattering Expectations,
Immediately.
reset teams, Blade Marvel, Strange Spidey. I find the first half of the mission
The Parker boy really came through.
Even with his
I find the first half of the mission to be a little more difficult, personally, but the second part can seem difficult if it's your first time because it's a bunch of Hydra Mystics. So we're going to do a bit of a deck recap because it's been a while since we used some of these characters and kind of went through a bit of a deck recap. So we have Quick Slash, Slash, Wild Strike, Heal, Wrath, Whip, Fury, and Blade Storm. Wrath just has a on redraw cure mod, not great, but maybe useful in niche situations. Fury is the only card we really need to replace in the deck, and of course fully charged Balance Collar. There's really not much else you'd want to run. The only alternative would be if you run Obsidian Collar for dark builds, that's pretty good too. For Blade, we are rocking 2 Quick Strikes, a Relentless, and a Strike. Unfortunately, we don't have Reaper yet, or we would use it. 1 copy of Make 'em Bleed Plus. I don't have Hunger, or I'd run one of those. 1 Stake, 1 Daywalker, and 1 Glaive. The idea is Daywalker spreads the bleed from Make 'em Bleed. Strike, same thing. Quick Strikes are pretty self-explanatory. Relentless is just a chunky burst damage card. And then Glaive is big AoE bleed. Marvel, pretty much, well no, a completely unupgraded deck except Supernova instead of 1 Photon Beam. Not much to say here other than we're honestly not going to use her again because, yeah, this is just awful. And I'm going to check my notes really quick, but I believe we don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to use Marvel anymore after this mission. So we're not going to, frankly. It'll be the last time you see her. Unless her side mission is, like, really, really good, obviously, then sure. But that's Squad 1. Squad 2, double Winds of Watum, double Agamotto's Gaze, a Vapors of Veltur, 1 Axe, 1 Bands, 1 7 Suns. Honestly, the only cards that are going to change in this build, if anything, could be and would be these last 2 heroics. Reason why is Crimson Bands, if we don't see an upgrade for it, isn't great. And then the last card, 7 Suns, you can cut this. But it entirely depends on what we pull. 2 copies of Vapors of Veltur is nice, but not required. And so we'll see what we get. And then Spider-Man, even though we just used him as a refresher, 1 copy of Chain Strike, 1 copy Quick Kick, 1 copy Special Delivery. Opportunist unupgraded feels pretty bad, but it's all we have. Spider Sense upgraded for the resist, 1 Thwip, 1 up here for the weaken, and Infernal Spider to round it out. And that's what we're going with. I'm good. I'm good. My plans are later tonight, so I still have a few hours to go. I'm good. My shoulder's bugging me though.
You've proven that the Faithbreaker can smash through that symbiote. Now you
Alrighty,
have to do it
so
a few more times.
this first part of the mission,
And try not to bring the rules
every time you do a
down.
pillar, you're going to get reinforcements. There is typically Officer Sniper. Yeah, there is Officer Sniper. There are good drops around the edges of the map. 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So you can take advantage of that if you want to. Based on this start, though, and yeah, it doesn't really seem like we have to. This hand is pretty high damage as well with Fury, Supernova, Wrath, so should be okay.
Welcome assistance.
Okay. So yeah, Fury just outright kills one of these smaller units. That's probably what we're gonna do, just because it's pretty high value. Pushing him into here could be a nice prospect as well. Yeah. Let's see. Some of the more threatening units are targeting Marvel, but like I said, Marvel's not really going to do much this for us on this mission. It's going to be all the Blade and Hunter show for sure. We're going to use Quick Strike over here because he's the only minion and he's not close enough to the barrel.
Impressed.
But that said, you know, if we were able to get Marvel into binary without her dying, it'd be useful. But I'm not convinced that she's not going to die. Use the Quick Strike before the Make 'em Bleed. That way the Quick Strike doesn't eat one of your bleed stacks. Yeah, we're just going to dump the Marvel cards, to be honest. Okay. So slash, pretty high damage. So we can just do this and kind of get a nice chunky start on damaging these fellas.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
As our slash was crit due to wrath,
That was something.
and then one more card play. Okay. So we'll take Marvel. We'll go like this. This is just to pepper a little bit of damage on the sniper. Yeah, it didn't really matter if he concealed at all. Well, no, it didn't matter. And then Marvel's gonna get hit twice, whatever. And then Fury just instantly kills one of them. So that is why, or that is a tempting prospect, as I said. Although this does set up bleed to kill. I think I'd rather fully take out a unit. That way Marvel maybe lives.
So that's how that works.
Ah, yikes, my hand is clogged.
They're not living up to their reputation. Taking the shot.
You just made a big mistake.
Okay, cool.
Here it comes. I'm going.
I have spotted enemy reinforcements.
I've got
Okay, nice. Pretty nice glaive if it's big enough.
Hydra sure does get around. Are we sure they don't have a limbo portal too?
Okie dokie. Dump the Marvel cards. So this sniper is a problem, obviously. So we're gonna, yeah, we're gonna boop these two guys. And then we're going to just trying to see, okay. What I'm looking for is, in what ways can I get Hunter on this side of the screen? That's an okay way to do it, I guess.
Get me out of here.
Okay. So if we slash and then quick slash, this does kill. So we'll do that. Slash.
You have earned this.
Shoot up here.
And then quick slash. Unless we get so unlucky that the 3%, yeah. Okay.
Invigorating.
And now we get the glaive to reveal the secrets. Because all the other reinforcement cards, they're just going to be, I believe they're always specialists. I believe. So this is the only sniper of the mission, is what I'm trying to say. And that was the only officer of the mission, if memory serves. Okay, yeah, because Marvel's deck is just so weak, this is very much a sacrificial lamb kind of moment. Because I don't have a way to kill the sniper right now, based on the way that I did the turn. So, it is what it is. The other thing too is by losing like the weakest unit on your team by a significant margin, it means that you're going to have access to the rest of your your other two heroes, right? So in this situation, because we didn't use Marvel on our side missions, because we never got side missions with Marvel, this is just one of those runs where this is the play. I don't like to do this, but yeah.
Project in action. The Faithbreaker will finally purge Venom's foul corruption from the Sanctum and the city.
All right.
That's a neat trick.
Yeah. Okay. Tactical death, as I call it sometimes. Now, if we had gotten side missions with Marvel, then we would have gotten more cards for her, like Bring It On, and so she would have been much better, much more useful. But alas, we did not. It was a lot of, if memory serves, it was like we got Cap a bunch, we got Strange a bunch, and so that's just sort of how the run played itself in many ways. Okay, we'll purge the tree, because even though we have vulnerable, we do have resist.
Despite all the advances of the future, at the end of the day, it still comes down to me punching.
Yeah, there's the specialist I was talking about.
Kiddo.
That's not supposed to hurt.
Okay. Normally you'd want to summon reinforcements, then play your other card plays, but
We'd love to see
we were fine.
Captain Marvel, not those tendrils as a card.
So we use Stake for the lifesteal.
Indeed. For now, leave the Faithbreaker to me.
Nice.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Okay, cool. Perfect. So now that does a hefty chunk. 28 plus 57, that's 60, no, pardon, 85. Yeah, 85. And so it's doing, I need to do a bar and a half. This does not do a bar and a half. Okay, no problem. So I've got this, pretty tempting, gotta be honest. Because it'll stop him from either healing or frenzying, and then it'll eat this guy's frenzy. So I kind of want to use I've got this on Hunter, but let's see if we can maybe just do something a little better, because we do have Bladestorm. Yeah. Where do I want to position? This is the next question. Whatever. No good lineups to put him, because I want to try to boot people into specialist, right? But if that doesn't work out, then whatever. Okay. And yeah, we're gonna play I've Got This because the way that Frenzy interacts with Bleed is that he takes a bleed tick every time he Frenzy ticks. And so I might as well control who he hits, that being Hunter.
Take advantage while they focus on me.
Bam. And bam. There you go. See? Okay. Perfect.
Your fate is sealed.
Okay, and then we have our boop, which should finish this guy off.
This is a serious predicament for you.
Yep. Perfect. Boom. There it is. And then Hunter can do the rest of the work with the counter. And clean up these 2 minions. And yeah. Pretty useful objective card. I don't always use that one, but in this situation it was pretty nice.
Did you think
Yeah, big days, big days. Alright, so this is a blade turn, obviously. That's a boop right there. Quick strike, okay.
Just keep throwing warm bodies in there until you're exhausted.
Using quicks is a good way to drain days, so even though I can boop here for to kill them both, if I use quick strike, then I'm not consuming a card play, and then I can redraw and get like Hunter heal, which we're kind of in need of, etc. Right, so even though booping there looks like the obvious play, I think breaking the days is the smarter play. Don't need Daywalker. Okay, quick slash. Don't need make him bleed either. Perfect, see? Oh, well, now booping is the right play. Okay, and then I want to break the shield before I attack with Blade. If I can.
hold the light's gift? The advantage is mine.
Okay. Better yet. We could maybe just go for the kill. Maybe. Maybe. And if we get it, great, and if we don't, that's fine. At least it breaks the shield. This just does so much more damage, though, because the forceful knockback. Yeah, we're gonna do this instead. This is the smarter, more reliable play. And there we go. Okay, so then Hunter's all healed up, and now let's heal up Blade.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Nice, and we got a bleed stack. That's great.
How many times you gonna try that?
Okay.
Targeting systems active.
Looks like they have help.
So if we still had Captain Marvel alive, we'd be drawing so many low quality cards that it would just be
Crossbones will just
it
keep
would just be
throwing
such a
warm bodies in there
hindrance.
until you're exhausted.
Do we play the odds? I think we could play the odds. We'll play Wrath first to increase the amount of damage it does, but oh.
I see
Aw.
nothing has changed. Fanatics.
That is unfortunate. Okay.
You're a friend in need. Blade told me to mention your mother. Apparently she is promiscuous.
Okie dokie. So we have Stake again. To heal up Blade again.
These that give people like us a bad
And then it doesn't, so what okay. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. I really wanted to, it's really unfortunate that we didn't push him out with the quick slash, because now, like, I wanted to summon reinforcements this turn, but obviously, it's fine. We're already down a star because of the KO anyway, so, like, it doesn't matter, to be honest.
Many before you have tried.
Hydra doesn't know when to quit.
Okay, cool. Oh wow. They're all targeting Hunter. Okay. That works for me, honestly. Let's get this guy out of here. We're looking for a Blade Storm here because that's just like the most obvious play. Nice. Fantastic. Wow. Yeah, that just straight up kills him. That's wild.
Your time has come.
There we go.
Weak, even for Hydra.
XCOM 88%. It means a 12% chance to hit. Yeah. Too true. Too true. Too true. Alright, let's see. Oh, that gets a kill. Why is it killing? Oh yeah, Hunter's not actually gonna be there though, so that's a lie. That would work. Yeah.
All who serve Lilith will fall. Now that
My man Blade just did a double kick there. That was sick. And he bugged out my game. What a nerd. Hey, the 52% one works. Alright. Alright. So there we go. So now what we want to do before we manipulate the hand is we want to see what Hunter cards do we want to take into the next phase. And we will take Whip and Wrath for sure.
it is the least I can do.
Whip, Wrath, yeah, these are solid. We'll take these into the next phase.
These fanatics are always the same.
Because I'm pretty sure it's just purge the third tree and go to the next. Pretty sure.
We have broken
Yeah.
through.
All right.
We will not fail. No one will touch you. I am a wall.
So if you let the maidens finish the circle, they'll summon a Dread Maiden. Or, spoilers. If you let the Mystics finish the circle, they'll summon a Maiden.
Banner's infernal
So,
device torn through the ward
we don't necessarily want that to happen, but if it does, it's not the end of the world.
interrupt her mystic's ritual and seal that breach.
So there we go. Wild Strike, Whip, Wrath, Slash, as we said.
Welcome assistance.
Okay. So looking at this, Spider-Man gets a lot of value on this map just with these, the way these environmentals are designed. Special delivery on like these mystics can be decent because, well, they're free to target, they could be dropped. Special delivery over here would hit this mystic if I want, but again, I'm not really in a rush. I'd rather kill everything else first, like this guy and the minions. But yeah. So like this, for example, it's a good way to do some easy damage. Also gives us an extra move, which is useful.
At least you get to travel to new.
Okay, and then only one minion's targeting Hunter, or sorry, two minions targeting Hunter, excuse me. So we can Wild Strike freely here.
You are lucky to still be breathing.
Okay, we don't want that. And we don't need that yet. Okay. So with our extra move, we can basically let's go Spider-Man. We're gonna throw the box.
Oh, this should be good.
And then using Spider-Man again. Oh, doesn't quite have the angle, excuse me, never mind. So we'll go Hunter.
Was that truly your
Like
best?
that. Then we'll go Spider-Man. There we go. Blow this up.
Going for it.
Okay, so there we go. So everything but the Mystics and the Shield Guards are dead. That's what we're looking for. You two, Stubby, how are you? So now what we can do is we can try to boop this guy in. We can move and punch and then boop. Like we can really try to just force this Mystic in, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. And we're gonna use Spider-Man to do it because it could refund our cost, which is always nice. Now I could push him into Doctor Strange, and that would be a pretty solid play. But because we have opportunities to get the kill here, I am going to go for it twice. This is just one of those, like, yeah. This is just one of those things where it's like, is it actually worth going for the drop? And this is one of those situations where, because we had that environmental, we had the Heroism to spare, we might as well try to go for the 30%. It saves us a lot of turns and a lot of actions in general. That's like an example of a non-memey way of trying to use the drops. So, okay, great. So now that that's dealt with, we can't use Whip because, well, these guys are being protected right now, and we pretty much can only use Slash, which is fine. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Spider-Man. We're gonna go over here. I'm pretty sure that was a refund noise. No, I guess it's the same noise. And then we're just gonna use it for damage. Not a great final card play, but it is what it is. I was hoping to pull something from Strange, but alas, we got nothing.
Something from the depths.
Hydra's in control of the situation.
We could let the Dread Maiden spawn if we wanted to spice it up a bit.
Mother, protect us. We are immovable.
Their persistence will be
Okay.
their undoing.
Do not show the servants of Lilith any mercy. My blade certainly
less friendly than my neighborhood, but gets the point across.
So we're gonna break the protection.
Right now.
Okay, that was awesome.
Let's see, 3 doggos up there. We don't have a chain. No, we don't have chains. Strike. We don't need Axe of Angarumus. We don't need up here. Nice. Agamotto's Gaze is good. New Game Plus beat you up yesterday? Hey man. It be like that sometimes, you know? Alright, Quick Slash. Let's see. Quick Slash. 100 damage Quick Slash. Holy. Another one of those situations where going for the boop is not a bad play, simply because we don't really have a better option. Like, to be honest. And it interrupts the summoning, I believe. Yeah.
Their mystics fall.
So it does advance the objective a little bit. Okay, sweet. Yep. So that's one. It feels kind of bad to use a 100 damage Quick Slash on a wolf, but there are much better cards in my hand that I would rather be using. So that's just what we're gonna do.
Hydra standards have fallen a great deal.
And then, well, we might as well use stop the reinforcements, because why not? And we have a ton of damage in the hand, honestly.
You had your chance to escape.
It's all the beefy targets left, but our hand is quite high damage.
That's the spirit.
Perfect.
The battlefield is ours. We stand with the mother.
I know I'm new to this old prophecy game, Doc, but none of this is good, is it?
Okie dokie.
No, Peter, it is not. Perhaps you and the hunter should retreat to a safe distance while I rectify the situation. I will be
245 plus 290 is
Steps behind us?
535?
For that one. I'm staying.
535.
As am I.
Hmm. This is actually tempting me, and the reason why is there's not really going to be a better time to use it. We have extra card play this turn. So Agamotto's Gaze into Agamotto's Gaze, by the way, is just really good. Like, just in general. They'd only protect Hydra Device, early artifact missions, or Assault. Assault. Assault is fine. Okay. So we have the move. 332. There's such an awkward health value. This is enhanced with 9. So I would have to use the Hunter. Apply the vulnerability. Use another card, which would have to be Winds of Watum. Yeah, okay.
That was really something.
$42, $28. Immune to knockback. So I'm not sure if this is gonna work. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to break this shield so the AoE can target this mystic behind him. Oh no, he has vulnerability. Right, Winds of Watoomb will work. Alright, well let's see if this goes.
We did come all the way here for a fight.
All the way? It does. Okay, great. That's what I wanted.
Let's give it a go.
Wanda and Venom show up.
It's remarkable how well Hydra manages to attract new
Well, if you have
players
Hunter,
after
then
decades of ineptitude.
you shouldn't have any issues. Well, it helps mitigate the issues, let me reiterate. Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is the best value of 7 Suns we're going to get in this entire mission. 4 of the 5 healthiest units, the 5th being the Dead Mystic. 9 Heroism. The only thing that would make it better would be if it was crit, but we did not roll crit, so best turn for it. Just very high damage.
I feel
There
like
we go.
I've seen a ninja somewhere using that same move.
I will never remember.
Just wait until it's my turn.
Uh-huh.
You're in trouble now.
Okay.
Respond.
Great.
Anyone. Damn this interference.
Having cursed on the Hunter kind of sucks, not gonna lie.
The barrier that separates the realms is collapsing. Some technical difficulties.
What
to
we
be
will
expected.
do...
I don't know if you can still hear me, Sarah, but if something should happen, please tell Tony.
Because this, as long as it doesn't discard Quick Slash should kill both of these.
Maybe you do not realize the
So here's to
trouble,
hoping.
friend.
Okay, great. And we're not going to play Balance Collar because that counts as a card play. Okay, well it doesn't kill both, but it kills one. Any way I can manipulate that? Not easily, not really. Chain Strike's not the move here. I would have to use... I guess I could just use move. But then we draw a Blade Storm and all of a sudden... Yeah, okay. So we'll still do this. No. Tragic. Pixels. 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 Okay, wait, let me see the drop. See if we can end this in one fell swoop. Not quite. Not quite.
It is time.
All right. Okay. And lastly, once this portal closes, there we go.
In the history books.
Lastly,
Walk in the light.
oh, there's this guy. Never mind. What am I on about? Lastly, there's still a unit alive, you idiot. Oh. Sorry.
you here to die.
Okay, for real this time. Last up. There we go.
Well done, my friend.
And that's that one.
Too
Oh, and we get our rerolls. Oh, never mind, I don't have any money. Just kidding.
protect the Sanctum Sanctorum.
We'll get
and
the
I
salvage
can-
arm. Yep.
That caught my eye.
Ooh, new coil.
We'll use the blue guy first.
What can I say except you're welcome?
Nope. 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 Yep. Okay, so we'll take this for essence and this to put in. Nice.
Came to the right man. Sometimes I even impress myself.
Nope. Hey, okay, wow. So wow. We got our blade pretty much topped off for the Barghast mission now. And wow, yeah. Woo. If it's a fallen, you don't have to take Hunter, but that early in New Game Plus to get a fallen, you kind of have to, and it's only because of healing. Like that's the number one issue. It's not a damage issue really. It's just you because Nico probably doesn't have restore. You know, your hands are kind of just tied at that stage in the game. It's not until pretty much right now where I'm gonna be like where I could easily take out Fallen without the Hunter, and I don't even think that's an exaggeration. I think it is gonna be pretty easy. So, changing Face of Evil. This is the first real Sabretooth fight. The first half of the mission is pretty easy. The second half of the mission it can be quite challenging depending on how it goes. The first half is your first experience time fighting a Nest Mother as well. So we do have that, and then yeah. So I really like to take either Magic or Blade. Now the reason why is Bleed and Frenzy interact with each other in a way where if you bleed Sabretooth and he frenzies, he takes bleed damage, and that just keeps happening over and over and over again. So it does make something like Reaper not so good. However, we just wouldn't really use Reaper against him unless it would kill. So that's an option. And then the reason why I like Magic, is because Banish versus a frenzied target is quite good as well, because it completely just pauses the frenzy timer. So this is a prospect as well. Now, funny enough, even though we've used Magic a bunch, we kind of high rolled on that last blade, and this is pretty much a completed deck. So we don't really need much else for Blade. He's also going to be taken on required on a few more missions, such as the Barghast mission, whereas Magic's going to be required on, I think, 3 more missions. Skin Deep, the one before Witch of Wendigore, and then there's one more in there somewhere. So I don't want to take Magic, and it's more because she needs a bit of love in her cards. Like, this is very much an incomplete deck. So even though I think Blade could farm, what's his name, Sabretooth, I think we're going to go Magic because I really need the cards. But if you have a beefed up Blade and you're worried about Sabretooth, bring him on this mission, and it'll be the freest thing you've ever seen. I promise.
We'll
All right.
just have to hope Blaze can handle the escape on his own. You've got a big problem of your own to deal with now. Call that one a nest. The vaulters she's summoning are going to make things a lot harder unless you destroy them too.
So for this part, it's actually quite an issue if you don't kill all the wolves, because you'll notice that they almost always aggro to Wolverine first.
Decided to talk through this one.
And if they don't, it's hard not to aggro them with Wolverine, depending on your Wolverine deck. But he is not actually that tanky, and these do a lot more than you think they do, because the jump from Act 1 to Act 2, everything goes up. And so that includes the wolf damage. So these three, or sorry, I thought there were three. If there were three health wolves, Wolverine would be dead. But then you have the Nest Mother problem, where, you know, her attack does a lot of damage. If she goes for the bind, that's really nice, but it's RNG. So you want to break the totems so she summons the totem again, but then you want to kill the wolves so that your target doesn't die. It's a whole thing. Your hunter was level 3 prestige. Oh, that's good then. You don't have a very farmed hunter. That's good. It makes it more fun, I promise. Blade Wanda Cap. That was your final mission? Hmm. Interesting. Okie dokie. So let's open with Wrath. You could always lower the difficulty too, and then try to fight the Fallen that way without Hunter if you don't want to use Hunter. So I don't want all those Wolverine cards. Yeah, nice, that's better. Let's dump some of the trash. So this ley line kills both of those, and this ley line kills just this minion, okay. And then there is no ley line here, but we do have a rock, and we have a Hulk. So there's two ley lines here, so we have chain swipe, chain swipe. So we'll chain swipe these two in some capacity, or eviscerate, one or the other. And then I guess we'll limbo portal somebody into this one. Yeah. So let's do this to start.
It's the best I can do for now. Lucky you aren't allowed to take your life.
Okay, cool. This stun box will be useful a little later if we pull whip. And then chain swipe. Yeah, this hand is not. Oh, yeah, I just realized now the issue with this hand. Oh man. Oh well. All right, 1, 2, and let's go. Yeah, I guess so. Let's go 3.
Done waiting. You aren't good enough for me.
There we go. Alright, so we have the slide set up. It doesn't do a lot of damage. We have, what is this? Lamppost, we have useless rock, we have another slide. We have Eviscerate though, which is going to use all of our stuff, and I am inclined to use Eviscerate because there is one more of these things to go. Yeah, so let's go 1. Oh, we have the boop as well. Excuse me, I forgot. We have boop. That puts us in the range. It's hard to see the red AoE on this ground. This should be fine, no? Though the dream would be to put Hunter, or not Hunter, this unit in there. Yeah, that should work. Magic takes a hit from the Guardian. Yeah, this should be fine.
Bad luck for you, bub.
So the idea here is either A, Wolverine is the sacrificial lamb, B, so that could happen. If it doesn't, cool. If it does, fine. And then B, the idea here is to clean up all the minions and all the totems. This guy was already weakened and taunted anyway, so like the taunt part didn't matter. What mattered was the fact that we were able to use chain swipes and eviscerate to clean up all the extra garbage. Unfortunately, we're left with a card play. We kind of just low rolled on our redraws. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And because the Guardian's not targeting Wolverine, Wolverine should, keyword should, live. Alright, she resilienced the stun. That's awesome. Yeah, he's fine. Our opening hand wasn't very good in general, I would say. Just low card quality, like I said, Magic just needs a lot of love. She's not very good right now.
Should I be afraid?
Okay, we have Banish.
Destroying those altars may be
Now Banish is interesting because
A
it's a
city
means of keeping Wolverine alive.
Not my first rock monster rodeo. Nothing to worry about.
Blade Storm's not going to be particularly useful here, neither is Gather. So let's dump Gather first. I should have played Berserk first actually, but there we go.
Should do the trick.
It's fine. Midnight Special, no. Okay, well Dark Child could also be good then, if not Banish. Okay, so right away I'm seeing a few awkward plays. There we go. We'll see how much damage does the Nest Mother need to take. How close are we, in other words? Because, let's see, 498. Yeah, okay. Is the final mission randomly selected? No, actually, it's not random. It sometimes feels random, but it's not random. Wow, that's a big... Wow, okay.
Once again.
So what it is, it's one of two things, maybe a combination. I haven't figured it out quite yet, but I've been tracking my final mission teams. It's a combination of either the most times taken on a mission or the most amount of times or most amount of KOs that they've gotten in that run. It's not level, and it's not how many like cards they have. It's not. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's how many times they've been brought on a mission, because I've had two characters pretty consistently in the finishing four, based strictly off of how many times they're used in the story. So that's why I think that is how that works. Like Ghost Rider is used the most, along with Magic and Blade. Those three are used the most. And most players that I've seen and talked to get Blade. No, it's not Friendship. So it's either missions taken or number of KOs. And the reason I say number of KOs is because there was a time where I took, or I got Spider-Man, but I didn't take him at all outside of Act 1, but I recalled killing everything in Act 1 with him. So there might be some randomness, but I think that to manipulate it, it would be who you bring the most. That seems to be my prevailing theory, is the units brought on the most missions. Yeah.
I'm gonna spill your guts.
Alright, so even though I was trying to save heroism, just destroying all these minions and all these totems is more valuable, because even if Wolverine goes down, we do have the revive if we want. But more importantly, she's almost dead, right? 250. So Don't really need the heroism. And then, where is it here? Oh, there. Quick swipe. Finish this one off.
I wasn't even trying that.
124. So what I'm curious about now is, can I whip? Yeah, I should just be able to kill here, actually. Or, yeah, damn well near, and then... Yeah, awkwardly though, I don't have a means of destroying this in one go. Ah, that sucks. So this does half its health. So if this does more than half its health, which it does, and it was 124, or yeah, 124, the nest mommy might live. Oh, wait, actually. Does this kill it? Yeah, this doesn't actually kill the dog. Never mind. Yeah, we did it. As long as kick does not get discarded, we got it.
You had your chances.
As they say, it gets the job done.
Still they persist.
There it is. And I don't even need to use kick. So easy money. Alright, so that's how it's done. You use Wolverine to clean up all the totems and minions, and then just try to kill the Nest Mother as fast as you can. Now, I didn't have the luxury of really setting up my hand, which is unfortunate, but it's fine.
Looks like Mommy gave you another chance. Too bad
Nice,
you
okay.
didn't do something about that
So the wolves usually spawn in this manner, very spread out, but where Sabretooth spawns is kind of random, so it's kind of nice that he spawned under the drop if we want to do that. But looking at our hand, and it's very heroism expensive, obviously. This is 16 heroism in hand, which is not not good. Now we do have heal in hand. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 minions, 2 regular health targets. We do also have Dark Child. And we can reach all Wolverine cards to heal Wolverine. Wolverine! So let's heal magic.
The light is on our side.
Deck building and card management are my weak spots. You find yourself wanting one of everything in your deck, even though it's unoptimized. Yeah. That's a lot of people run into that problem. Don't worry, you're not the only one. And it becomes even more obvious depending on the comp you're bringing. But when you're bringing like 3 heroes, where that's going on at Ultimate 3, it's like you can start to feel that problem. For sure, for sure. Well, we're looking for... Oh, not that. But actually, maybe we are looking for that. High key. Oh, no. I want to use the heroism for other things. Limbo portal. Oh. Alright. Just give me a second and we can talk about that. So no Eviscerate in hand, no Chain Swipes in hand, which means dealing with these minions is going to be... Pardon me. It's going to be a little more taxing than normal, especially because using quicks against Sabretooth sucks. It feels bad. He's gonna take an action, and it honestly doesn't matter who he hits. So let's just start with this. Ultimate one, yeah, well, exactly. So okay, if we're talking deck building, I would say
I will remember your face.
you want to look at like your ratios first, like attack to skill to heroics, and then you want to look at like what is this deck actually supposed to do. I don't necessarily suggest taking like two copies of 4 cards. It's not always the best way to do things, but it can at least be a decent metric. So yeah, it kind of depends on what your game plan is with that character or with that deck. This is really high value. It's hard to ignore this Blade Storm.
Their time is short.
And then as you're playing, you kind of want to think about, okay, what, like, how often am I redrawing this card? How often do I want to even see this card? And I'll give you a great example, right? When people run 2 copies of heal in their hunter deck, I'm like, but why? But why? Because if you, I don't know, you may have seen me do it before where I'm like, hey, we should see heal here, you know, on this turn's draw or redraw, and boom, what do I get? Heal. Or, you know, then 3 turns goes by and I'm like, hey, we're gonna see whip and heal here. Boom, you know. And the reason why, like, I can call these things out to pretty great effect is because I know my deck balance. I know that, okay, if I have, you know, 2 copies of Agamotto's Gaze, or I have 2 copies of Chain Swipes, or I have 2 copies of Limbo's Portal, I know the percentages of seeing these cards because I did a math document on it. I did a math video and doc on it. And so in a deck of 24, where you start the game with 6, and you draw them all, and you shrink the deck down to 18, all of a sudden, you have a 21% chance to see a card that's left in the deck. And that number just gets bigger and bigger and bigger the further and further you go, right? So you can get through your whole deck with no draw power in 5 turns. Yeah, 5 turns for sure. If you only played like 3 and it had no draw and everything, but most players are getting through their deck in about 3 to 4 turns max. So if you start the game with heal, you play heal, and then you know that, okay, that turn goes by, turn 2, that turn goes by, turn 3, the odds of you seeing heal is 72%. But if I took 2 copies of heal, all of a sudden I'm going to see it earlier than I need it, and then you redraw it, and then all of a sudden you're going to draw the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Like, do you see the problem? So if you take 2 copies of a card that you don't need that often, and you redraw it away, you're just going to see the next one, and then the next one, until you see both, which there's a 5% chance of happening in a full deck, and that feels awful. So you want to be really careful about the amount of things you bring and why you bring them. So if you're indecisive about like which card to bring, or sorry, which cards to bring, that's okay. I would argue it's actually better to have a deck of 8 single cards than it is to have any double or doubles of a niche card, right? A lot of my decks actually are just like one-offs. So if you can't choose between cards for hero characters, they only have 10 cards, and so if you picked even 8 of them, you know, yeah, Hunter is the one where it's the most noticeable because the Hunter has so many options that you really want to try to balance out your value. And you want to be careful with that as well. Don't worry about the numbers so much. But the point is, by bringing a second copy of a card, the percentage goes up about 18%. Just in general, like, take my word for it, it goes up about 18% to see that card from an already existing 21%. Which means there's almost a 30% chance to see it on the first turn, or on the second turn, and then Yeah. But then if you redrew one of your two copy, like, do you see? I hope that makes sense. Like, if you took two and you redrew one, now the odds of you seeing it are so much higher because now there's two more in the deck, and they could be like even back to back. Like you might draw them both. Yeah. Anyway, I probably confused somebody. They're like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" All right, Magic unfortunately got targeted pretty hard there. Feels bad. Um, uh, I guess I'll use my move. Uh, maybe I knew magic was that low and I was just not paying attention. This is possible. I mean, if you want, if you're confused on like your current playthrough, if you want to tell me what you're running,
Unless mother says so.
high value bring two, niche bring one. Even then, though, right? Like I wouldn't want to bring two wild strikes or two last sights or two heals or two wit. Like I don't really want two of anything, even if they're high value. Because I don't want to see it twice. I don't need to see it twice. There's very few cards in this game where it's just like play, 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 play. So two copies is like you really want to have it be an integral part of their kit. For example, I think the best example, and the one that comes to mind right away, is Doctor Strange. Two copies of Winds of Watum, two copies of Agamotto's Gaze, that's 4 of your 8 cards. I think that is like pretty required. And if you do that, not required, but pretty like highly effective. And if you do that, then you're sort of buying into that strange Agamotto, multiple card play gimmick by bringing the double Winds of Watum plus the 2 Agamotto's Gaze. You use Agamotto's Gaze after Winds of Watum and you buff your Winds of Watum. And it's like, it's a very cyclical effect. It just keeps buffing itself and helping itself and giving you 4 card plays. Now, if you don't want to play Strange that way, well then yeah, cut Winds to 1, cut Agamotto's to 1, and I would say bring only 1 attack card on the character, that being Winds of Watum. So, or like Magic. Magic is probably the one people run into the most where they end up bringing far too many portals or generating far too many portals, and it just ends up clogging your deck in hand, because if you redraw a relay portal, relay being her passive, it just goes back in the deck. It doesn't disappear. So you're going to draw into that eventually anyway. Which is why I never would take more than 1 grasp, 1 portal. Ever. Like, it would just become way too clunky, way too unnecessary, and yeah. Uh, Wolverine. Another good example. I think bringing like 2 chain swipes is really good because it applies that weak if you need it, it's a taunt if you need it, it's a minion cleanup if you need it. It just does it's such a versatile card at 2 copies. And then if you mod it, it can apply bleed, vulnerable marked, it can do all these things that you might want. Oh my gosh, this is unfortunate. So the issue I'm having right now is both these units are low health. That's not the issue. I mean, I'd rather they don't die. But Hunter can 1v9 this mission easily, but I'd rather not do that if I don't have to. Just for fun, I'd rather use the other characters in my deck or on my team. And I want to play Balanced Caller. Yeah. Okay. We might have to make Wolverine... We might have to take advantage of Wolverine's passive here, I think.
Pain is temporary. It won't be that easy anymore.
Let's just see who he swings. Or if he kills. Yeah, he does. Okay.
One of ours is
Okie dokie. Now the other issue is playing rapid regen counts as playing a card.
the least I can do. Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are
So I
in,
can't
friend.
quite do that right now, but there's heal, which is what we were looking for. And if Wolverine died and then I used like to refresh the frenzy timer, right?
They have not lost focus.
Then we were in a better position.
You should have seen their faces. Family night at the carnival.
Aw.
I could have almost tasted their fear.
Me a personal
Okay.
favor.
Hopefully we find Banish, because whenever we find Banish, oh yeah, whenever we find Banish will be when we are able to res our boy. Unless we can kill this turn. Which is possible.
The advantage is mine.
Well, it should be possible, I think. Let me see. 3 bars of damage. 3 bars of damage. 4, 1.
Now it's
Bonk. Bonk.
On home. Mother already took
There we are.
that won't be good for their
Okay. And now we just sort of thin the hand a little bit, use these somewhat dead cards.
Possibly back to strength.
Do not try me again.
There we go. Don't want kick. Yeah, I'm not really sure we're gonna get a good chance for rapid regen now. As sad as that is.
Greater numbers will not save you.
They have not changed their plans. Lilith has found the ideal servant in this one. His soul was black long before she got to it.
Yeah, when it comes to pieces of trash, old Sabretooth here is 1 in a million.
Oh,
keep talking.
come on.
I'm still here.
Okay. I was hoping to find a way to generate 2 heroism in one play, because this is not... yeah, I was trying to banish him before he attacks, but it's okay. It's all good.
Heal before you can try again.
I'm more concerned about doing as much damage as possible to him now, because we lost
With something
Wolverine I'd like to be quick. Speaking of quick, oh my lord, that's tilting. Oops. Well, not whoops, but fuck. Alright.
This will have to do.
That is a tragedy, I tell ya. Oh well. Different plan. I should have checked before.
It is all coming back to me.
It's all good. Yep.
We are not out of this yet.
Okay. So we know Fatal Fury is going.
You may regret that.
We don't have a way to weaken him,
This will be done soon.
but we do have almost enough damage to kill him, so. That is the plan. Yeah, cool. GG.
Not enough, runs.
Not enough, run. Bro, literally, who asked? Like, I'm just wondering.
Mother won't let me fade away.
Okie dokie.
He's down, but not out yet.
I'm upset that Wolverine went down, but it's all good. Hopefully we pull some better cards that way. Wow, still 3-star. For Stink of Fear, we're looking for
We are finally getting some decent
Nice.
tech down here.
doesn't matter.
All right, let's. Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work.
We're looking for Limbo's Grasp, number 1. It's gonna give us reinforcement, just to be rude.
Sometimes I even
Oh wow, 4 purples. Okay, surely. Trash. Okay. Ah, fuck off. I hate this. Fuck off. And then it gives me the, oh my god, it gives me the
take myself out of the loop here.
mod I already have. Oh no, I was thinking of Wrath, never mind. Okay, well this is a pretty good mod for Banish. Yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, or I could just do this one. No, I want the Limbo Portal, or Limbo's Grasp, if I can get it. Best case scenario.
This is as close as you'll get to a straight fight. Take that thing down.
Not done with me.
Show no mercy.
Hex Bolt, Hero Combo, Hex Charge, Hex Mark. Oh, Hex Mark. Okay, sick. Resist. Spider Sense. I want to use Spider Sense because we have Bolt Mark Quick. Like, it's just...
Looks like it's up to
Yeah.
me.
And 4 card plays from Wanda.
Just the boost I needed.
Alright. So... these three are not in range of anything, so we want to do something about that. Let's maybe start there, and we'll go hex mark here.
Chaos consumes me.
Good one.
Two, three, four. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Run now.
So now that was like a big quick card.
This one's for you.
We'll do that. We'll do it over here as well, using Spider-Man in hopes of refunding.
Oh, this should be good.
Uh-huh. No refund. That's okay. Let's go magic. Let's go see what we have. Nope, nothing there. Oh yes, there's one more here.
Here we go.
Okay. Great. And then we have Quick Soul Slash, which we can definitely play. Yeah, we'll just play the Soul Slash. It's not like really high, or it's not a very good Soul Slash, but it just gives us one less card in hand,
Pretty good at this.
one heroism. Nothing more to that one, really. I don't need Hex Bolt. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. Because 286, this kills, and then that, yeah, okay, sick.
Come on, let's go.
Let's do this. Gone.
Hope everybody saw that.
Yeah, so this generates one, this generates one, and then we can hex charge, and yeah.
Ready? Consider done.
Boom.
Yeah, that was awesome.
What is it like being so inconsequential? Still want
Okay.
to fight? Let's try this. As they say, it gets the job done.
Okay. And then what's missing? I guess just moving for the sake of moving. Oh, spreading out for the, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Because that does health damage to the Guardian, it just makes the shield a little bit weaker the following turn.
You will
That's the whole idea.
stay.
And Magic already did her job. Spider-Man is just going to be the key to success for the rest of the mission. Because we have Thwip, right? And then, yeah. Chain Strike if we see it again. Which we should if we can Spider Sense and redraw.
If that's what you want.
Oh, there's our Infernal Spider. Oh, jeez.
Here we go.
Okay. Opportunist. This gives us almost Infernal Spider. Quick kick up here. What? Wait, is this actually? No, surely this isn't better. Actually, yeah, this hand does not deal with this very well at all, actually. No kill there quite yet. So yeah, let's stick with the original idea, which was this. Go like this. Okay, and then like this.
Where have I seen that before?
And then yeah, this sucks. This feels really bad having all these here. It feels really bad. Oh well. What can you do, right? Nothing. That's what. So we'll just Dark Child, call it a day.
You would sacrifice yourself blindly for Lilith? You are more foolish than you look.
There.
Wherever they've been banished to, magic must have. None can escape.
Affliction sucks. Depending on what we pull, we can just ignore it. We can ignore it. Alright, cool.
Can't keep up with us.
Unleashed for Heroism, and hopefully, yeah, this Hex Field hits all of these. Which is great. Great.
Next time,
Flap.
don't mess with a witch.
Okie dokie. And then 158, almost a kill. 2 redraws. Hex Bolt doesn't do anything relevant. Okay. I mean, 144. Damn. 158.
I'm on it.
I guess we'll just set up for the win.
That's an interesting technique.
A little awkward, but it'll get the job done.
You will
Thank you for supplying me with more totems. I appreciate you.
Oh, dibs on the biggest Hydra goon.
Okay, let's see. Opportunist, Hex Bolt.
You're in trouble now.
Not really much to say here. Pretty much just killing things until she dies, and that's it. There's really nothing to it.
Try this on for size.
Flop. There.
You can still run away. I promise.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Okay. That one was a little rough, just because, like, Wanda being so unupgraded is just so awful.
I just hope this is what you were expecting.
All right, let's get started. Give me a sec. Okay, what's up?
Limbo's Grasp. Let's go!
Sometimes I even impress myself.
Oh. Upgraded kick. That's cool. Ah. Oh, man. That sucks. That actually sucks. Okay. Like, upgraded Unleashed. 2 upgraded Hex Bolts.
I'm pretty sure Charlie left a steaming coil in the hallway. Third state of matter, indeed.
2 upgraded Hex Charge. I'm trying to think. So which of Wundagore Mountain? The Hex Charges, the Field, or sorry, the Charge Unleashed, Mark, and Bolts. Those will stay because it's Nest Mother, and then the Field and No More can go. But I don't like using Chaos Field, and I don't really like Chaos Reigns either. Web Slinger doesn't. I don't want it. This is our second kick, so that's good. So I guess we'll take these 2 and just do that for Essence. Speaking of artifact. Alright, so this one is a... First half of the mission's a little awkward, but the second half is a Dread Maiden and Guardian fight. So... damage is a non-issue because we have the upgraded Mark Target and Hunter with a lot of high damaging abilities, so that's fine. The issue is who the Dread Maiden attacks, managing the Dread Maiden, and then the Guardian as well. You can manage already, but it's the Dread Maiden that's the issue. Strange is nice because of the Conceal, but also the Weaken on Axe of Angarumas. Magic is nice because of the Banish on the Dread Maiden, if you ever want to do that. And then Wolverine is nice, just again for the taunt manipulation
Where in the hell are
in
you,
general.
please?
I'm inclined to do Wolverine or Magic because, again, like, we still don't have Limbo's grasp on Magic, which is, like, a little concerning, to be honest. She's going to end up becoming pretty worthless. Whereas at least Wolverine without Power Slash, without Stink of Fear, he still serves a purpose. He still has debuffs. I want to upgrade them both, though. And yeah, I'm really just going to be pushing for the Limbo's grasp.
Dr. Banner was kind enough to alert Hydra's forces to your presence. If you ever
Okay.
want to show off your elite hacking skills, now would be the time, Mr. Stark.
Me? Show off? What would ever give you that idea? And didn't I tell you to call me Tony?
Just hack the computer before they smash it, please, Tony.
See, that wasn't so hard.
Okay. Yeah, the issue if you take Magic is this first part, because you can't manipulate the taunt. But then she's good on the second part. But then if you take Wolverine, he's better on this part, but then he's worse on the second part. It's a whole thing. So, let's see. The things that stick out to me right now are this critical surgical strike. So that's quite tempting. I'd like to keep that if I can. This heal giving block is super good, which we rolled that in a mod. Oh yes, let's go over the decks briefly. So Iron Man, we've got double blast, double quick blast, double mark target, one surgical, one hellfire. Surgical mod is damage, our quick blast mod is bleed, and our mark target mod is +1 redraw. Our magic build currently is double kick, double quick, one portal where the mod is 1 heroism, Dark Child, gather, banish where the mod is on redraw cure, and then this kick mod is apply marked. So we have a lot of marked in the deck. And then our hunter build, we picked up our slash has on redraw, or sorry, on KO, I believe it's gain a redraw or draw a card, one or the other. Our wrath is the same, it's cure on redraw. Our quick slash is apply bleed. Our heal is give 200% offense block, which is really good. That's insane. And then our whip mod was honestly, I forget. I think it's just we do more damage if they're targeting us. Those are the decks we have right now. Let's see what we have. So these two units are overlapping, but there is a minion here, and then the Mystic is summoning a portal. So if I do this, that takes out those, and that gives me another quick slash. Yeah. Or if I do this, that takes out those.
Once again.
There we go.
I am impressed.
You know, normally I wouldn't, but I'm actually going to just redraw this quick because I want to see if I can maybe squeeze out, okay, surgical strike because it has crit. Yeah, I might just be able to outright take out the officer, which would be awesome. Like, these mystics are annoying, but the officer will be a bigger problem in the grand scheme of things.
I see the target.
And then I'm tempted to heal in order to give Tony block because this mystic is targeting him, and that's concerning.
Walk in the light.
That was me, not you.
I don't know what it is, but I like it.
Okay, and then of course we pull Dark Child. That's okay, that's even better. So by playing Dark Child, it will set us up for a better turn. But at the same time, it does not take advantage of the fact that the officer currently has vulnerable. So let's dump Slash and hope that we get another Iron Man card, which we did not. Tragic. Alright. Yeah, that doesn't even kill. Okay, feels bad. Alright, so with that in mind, then yeah, Dark Child becomes a little more enticing of a play. It also prevents them from summoning portals. And yeah, so I think because our hand is just a little awkward this turn, I'd like to Dark Child. Now you could keep the Dark Child and use it to get like a free hack off, but
I see I am not the only
this
one
is
who
more what I'm looking for right now. Okay, cool.
Never surrender. I will never remove.
Taking the shot.
Listen, if you're not eating sweets and desserts for meals on Christmas, you're just doing it wrong, bro.
Are a terrible sailor,
Straight up.
Bruce. At least butter me up before you attack my deservedly
Okay.
huge ego.
So we're not really gonna play in. Oh wow. Never mind. I was gonna say we're not really gonna play anything for magic because of those debuffs, but that changes things.
The best I can do for now.
Getting it done any way
Okay.
we know how.
Hope Hydra has good insurance.
So we'll get a terminal out of the way because we can't play these cards. We have no redraws, so we're not going to get a third card play, and we know that. So Magic can use her boop and destroy this barrel, which is nice.
This shouldn't take long.
Okay. I would rather see what I discard first and then do it. +2, +1. Does this take him out of the AoE? It does. Okay. Well, let's do that then. That's what I was concerned about. Okay. And then let's take this guy. Ooh, it's right there.
Your fate is sealed.
Ooh, it's right there. Bah.
I see not much has changed among the world's fanatics.
Okay. And then magic. Doesn't kill. Doesn't kill. Oh, he's not even in it. Okay, yeah, so we'll do this. In one and out the other. There we go. The mystics we can kind of just not ignore, but hopefully not have to deal with.
Be ready
Ow.
for my retaliation.
Why am I so popular today? Sure, just keep throwing bodies at the problem.
Soon they arrive.
We're gonna start pulling the pop-off hunter cards. Because so far it's been a pretty light hunter play.
That facility is teeming with Hydra reinforcements. Anything you can do to expedite the process.
Look, you can't just smash the keyboard and wait for a bunch of algebraic equations to fly off the screen. This isn't some 90s movie.
Oh.
This should be good.
That's just really high value.
Focus on Stark's target.
Okay.
I saw a move like that once,
Good.
centuries ago.
Oh, gone. Hmm. All right, let's see. That's just a kill, but if we make it forceful, now it's a kill.
I'm saving my energy till we
Okay, so we'll take advantage of the marked, right? And so we can use anything we want. We got another redraw, which is pretty sick, because now it means we can mess around with some of these. I am going to hack the data terminal, though. Let's do that. Hmm. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Those are the tools we were looking for. A way to generate heroism
Be a Hydra officer. I'd have guessed a warm
was what I wanted, and now we can use the fact that both these fellas are marked to our advantage, because we can we can move magic over here. And go like this, boot.
So
And that kill there refunds the card play.
More dangerous.
And then we use either Fury or Hero combo to get the kill here. Let's see. Oh. That's cruel. Okay, well. Guess not. So we'll do it over here then.
move with me.
Now you may elect to not use your hero combo here, because you want to save it for the Dread Maiden. And while that is fair, I actually don't want the hero combos with Dread Maidens, because the Soulless that they summon generate so many card plays and so many draw cards that I don't want these really clunky heroics in my hand. So the less clunky heroics I can have, the better, is what I'm saying. So, we did that,
Whatever works.
and now we just have one more, what you call it, device to do.
We are the instruments of her will.
Everything's still on
Ow.
point.
More of them are joining the fight.
Mhm.
Behold their passage.
If you think I'd want to make him proud, you don't know me at all, Bruce.
Clickety clack.
Credit where credit is due. Stark knows his technology.
Okay, so the hand we had was quite good. I didn't actually want to change it. Though I actually should have redrawn on some of the Iron Man stuff, but honestly I was thinking of something else at the time. So yeah, I should have used redraws.
Be more concerned about the
It's okay.
mess.
Oh, I was getting to that. I just can't pull my eyes away from that massive brain.
I'm glad you're in good spirits. The Dread Maiden is no laughing matter.
Okay, we'll just open with our freebies,
This is
see what we get.
predictable.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome assistance.
Okay. So, we know that the Dreadmain's doing her AoE because, I don't know if it's a feature or a bug, but your health bar shows that they're like being lowered here. That is because the Dreadmain's going to do her AoE. And the only, or not the only, the way you can get around that is just by moving one of these two units, basically. So, we'll apply bleed to the Guardian. That sounds pretty good. I like it. But I think first, let's maybe use said move. There we go.
What'd you expect? Sure, why not?
There we go.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Let's dump Yuri. Okay, nice. This is not an efficient use of kick at all, but I just want to take them off the screen. 2 card plays, so we're going to do Mark Target into either Bladestorm or Whip. I'm leaning towards doing it this way. That way if I happen to KO the Guardian with Bladestorm here from the drop, then there's a higher chance of KOing him from the drop because of the vulnerability from the Bladestorm. So yeah, and I actually didn't realize I was going to get Iron Man's passive, so that's really nice. Really? There's no... Really? Wow. Okay, never mind. Wow, he's like right on the edge. Aw. Okay, well that sucks. Okay. High damage. Nothing more to it. Okie dokie. That is like the best case scenario. You always want the Dread Maiden to use that attack. That's awesome. And remember, our Wrath is active for 2 turns, or maybe even more. I can't remember if it stacks. And so if we draw Wrath again, we can actually redraw it and cure. It's nice mod to have, but there are definitely better mods you could get on Wrath. Like generating heroism on Wrath, that's the way to go.
Try summoning reinforcements unless you can disable her first.
Sure, maybe we'll just take a few swipes.
So it's actually, you want her to summon reinforcements because these are all refund card plays, and this one's actually a draw card. So with the Dread Maiden, now's a good time to talk about it. So the Dread Maiden is at first intimidating and a little annoying to kill, but she's not that bad. Where she's bad is when she starts using her AoE slam or her big yeet, and her big yeet can one-shot somebody if you're not careful. But to make up for those absurd attacks, she has that ranged attack that she used against Hunter, which you saw already, and then she summons the Soulless. And you can take advantage of this and CC her, because if you CC the Dread Maiden and she has no Soulless alive, there's a very high chance that she'll just summon Soulless, and that's her only turn. So you want to keep that in mind when fighting her. Case in point, if I used Gather here, it would get refunded. Now what I am going to do first off is this.
Now that was something.
Sure, why not?
So like that, just for example. Vigilance, level,
Great way to stay in shape.
refund. So you want to kind of play around with this idea, right? Ooh, big AoE is big. We're gonna kill the Guardian this turn.
I know what my future
Okay. So the odds of her counterattacking are now 40%, so we have to be a little careful because the Dreadmaiden's counter can be quite problematic, truth be told. We still have 3 card plays. This guy just doesn't exist, apparently. I hate that. So we'll just boop him because it's being touchy. But that sucks. It sucks when the game does that. Whatever. Ah, okay. Not great. Not great. So we still can't ring him out. We can't insta-kill him. Oh. Yeah. It's so close, too. Ah, it sucks.
You have earned this.
That sucks. If this Dreadmaiden wasn't in the way, it would be fine, because then I would just yeet him into Hunter and it would kill. But... oh well. So now we'll spread out the rest of our team, who hopefully doesn't die, but they're pretty low, so it is a possibility. Ouch.
That will do.
Oof.
That will not slow me down.
And Magic is probably dead here, unfortunately.
Eternity awaits.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
One of ours is down.
it's okay. We're just looking for Limbo's grasp. That's why she's here.
Oh, I thought we were finished.
That is the reason. That whip was so unfortunate, though. Seriously,
Bring it on.
sucks. That really sucks.
Lilith has made this Dreadmaiden in her own twisted image.
Interesting interpretation. I would have guessed it was something out of Giger's sketchbooks. I know that wasn't your signature move. Love the effort.
Behold the light's gift.
Okay, gonna use the quick to generate the balance collar, play the heal before we use balance collar. Now we balance collar, higher chance of redrawing heal.
As a child, I feared the servants
Uh-huh.
of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me.
Love the effort.
All part of the plan.
Has sent you here to die.
And I did not want to redraw into Wrath, which is why it's still in my hand. And we still have the buff, so we don't even need it.
The light will carry you onward.
Honestly, a lot of these missions are easier with only 2 teammates. So if you're worried about getting through it, try dumping your weakest unit and watch what happens. It's quite funny, actually.
Getting it done any way we know how.
Oh my.
Designed your armor. 'Cause it looks like
Wait.
junk.
Wait, no! Are you kidding? Okay, that was a genuine accident. It was 1 damage short, but I didn't even like think about it. I didn't even look. I just hit the button. Jesus. Whoops.
The advantage is mine.
It's fine. Those units are dead, but we just took more heroism to do it, and I didn't get to play the hand that I wanted to play, but it's okay. Genuine mistake. I should have looked at the numbers. I just assumed like, oh, it's a kill. Yeah.
Now that was something.
No.
My fate is no different from yours.
Okie dokie. So Guardian's out of the picture. This is pretty GG.
Don't forget, remind me to thank Banner for unleashing this thing on us. He really doesn't handle rejection well.
That'll work.
I have the target inside.
Okay.
I will not be defeated.
Yeah, this takes it out of the deck. So we're just going to take the Dread Maiden out of the fight for this turn, take her down, refill our health bar. And then we're in a good position, so we'll go like this.
You had your chance to escape. Their best is still not enough for us. You can thank me later.
Okay, so remember that these guys all refund card plays, so we can take full advantage of this idea and kind of have at her.
This shouldn't take long.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Now, we also want to be careful, and we want to try to thin the hand a little bit if we can. Oh, I should have used surgical first. That was a slight mishap. All good.
Let's do it.
I am impressed.
Okay, great.
This should be good.
Okay.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Okay, so the unit doesn't exist. We love it. Yep, that's super annoying.
There was a time when Lilith had the highest of standards for her minions. That time has clearly.
Such a bullshit bug, seriously. Fix your shit.
We are not out of this yet.
Alright.
Coming for me now?
The longer this takes, the more danger you're in. Don't let her overwhelm you.
That's a really helpful insight. Maybe you should come down here and knock her out for us.
Do not bother running.
Okay. Bladestorm to put it back in deck rotation and hopefully knock that big dude off, which we did. All deck cards. No quicks in hand, which is a little awkward, not gonna lie. I mean, honestly, we'll just kill the Dread Maiden in the next 2 turns. This dog can just not exist.
Servants of Lilith.
My fate is no different from yours.
Wrath is OP. Wrath is OP. Ow. Yeah, and that's why you don't want her to counterattack you. Look at that. 440 damage. My hunter might actually die if she takes another hit. Yeah. Oh boy.
That was your one chance.
Ooh. Cool. Well, there's a showcase as to why it's scary and why Wild Strike can sometimes mean you're inting.
I have spotted enemy reinforcements. They are set on coming after me.
And because I'm lazy, yeah, I'm lazy.
Your time has come.
I wasn't sure how you'd fare against her, but the Dread Maiden was no match for you.
Yeah, if you ever think your hunter can just carry, just let the weakest member die, honestly. What you got for me?
Hey, can I ask?
Scarlet Witch upgraded ability epic, Scarlet Witch modded ability rare. Well, I'm gonna take the modded rare in hopes that we pull a quick toss.
Thanks, Hunter.
Ah. Alright, well it's a second Hex Mark II, which is really good. So that's fine. Totally fine. Is
Please tell me it's not another amulet. I was under the impression this ought to...
okay. Whatever.
Give me a sec. Okay, what's up?
Limbo's Grasp and leave it to me. That's just what you're gonna give me.
Sometimes I even impress myself.
No. Okay. No. Damn. Okay. Dang, man. Alright. Well, given that that'll be my second kick modded, meaning I don't have to mod the other kick or get another kick, I think we'll just do this. Thanks for watching, friends. I will catch you in the next episode.